What's up? It's your boy Ward, the atmosphere changer. What's going on, guys? I want to talk to you guys about that attitude of failure. Failure is an event. You understand? It's an event. It's not an identity. That's all it is. It's an event. Everybody failed at something, but that don't make you a failure. Only thing that can make you a failure if you quit. What inspired me to do this video, a young man was playing college basketball and he was dealing with anxiety really bad, and it was crippling. But here's the thing: the problem was he was out of shape. One, two, his money wasn't right. You know, he had an apartment he had to pay for, car note he had to pay for, and you have to understand the window of opportunity to play college basketball is that big. And if you're going to play, that's what you have to focus on. You can't focus on other stuff. You have to focus on that. But now I do understand. You know, he had a little apartment, he had a car, and that was his responsibility. Now he had family that helped, and but money was slow, and his college money didn't come in as fast as he thought it would. So he got behind on bills and he starts stressing out about that. Now, compound that with not being in shape. So your body, so you out there running. I mean, if any of you guys ever was a athlete, whether it's college or high school, conditioning is hard. There's this saying, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. If you are an athlete, that is critical, especially college. In high school, you might be able to get away with coming to training camp or your first practices out of shape. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I am sniffing. My wife has put me down in the dungeon, in the basement. It's cold down there. But as I was saying, as a high school athlete, you might be able to get away with coming to training camp or your first few practices out of shape. College, that's not going to work. You have to already be in shape by the time you get there, especially if you're fighting to earn a spot. Now, some big time recruits might be able to get away with or have a little more leeway. But if you're not that big time recruit, you better be ready. You better be physically ready. You better be mentally ready. You better be spiritually ready. Because it's hard. Now, as I was saying, so he's already struggling with the physical part of it, with the running, the lifting weights. Now, this kid has been dealing with anxiety for a couple of years, a few years. And and then when you add that the money that the college told him he was going to get so he could pay his rent, because he didn't stay on campus, he stayed off campus. Because he's a little older than he was 23. He was a little older than the 18, 19 year olds. You know, so he already done been through some things, and he just felt like living with them in the dorm would be just a bit much. Now, that might have been ideal for him When I say that, the reason I say that, because I'm speaking about that might have been ideal for him from a financial uh, situation. Matter of fact, if he would have stayed on campus, he wouldn't have had to worry about rent. That's what he should have done, but he didn't. Oh well. So now, as I was saying, the money didn't come right, and his folks, they did what they could do. They paid his rent, which was a struggle on them, which he knew it was a struggle on his parents. So that was playing on his mind. Uh, he didn't want to get his car repossessed because he loved his car, right? Well, he loved his car, I should say. And all that was playing a part on him. And he ended up thousands and thousands of miles away from home, having a really bad panic attack, anxiety, and then he started having uh, depression and thoughts of suicide. And that all stemmed from worried that he was going to fail, worried that he was going to fail. That's what it stemmed from. And when I say fail, I don't just mean basketball. I'm talking about fail with paying his rent, fail with losing his car. He didn't understand that the window was that big. The window of the opportunity to play college basketball is that big. He didn't understand that. And you can always get another car if it did get repossessed. Uh, if you get a eviction on you, that's life. You won't be the first, won't be the last. But what you have to understand is, well, what he didn't understand is that you're going to fail at something. Failure is on the same coin as success. One side is failure, one side is success. You can't have one without the other. Earl Nightingale said it best. The man or woman who is progressively pursuing a worthy ideal is the man or woman of success because they are doing their best to do exactly what they want to do. Once you make a decision, that's the fifth element of a successful life. Once you make a decision, that's where it starts. This is what I'm going to do. This is who I am. This is where I'm going. And then try to do it. Do your best. You might fail sometimes, but if you made a decision, then it is so. So if you do fail, what will happen is that didn't work. Well, okay. What else can what other road can I take to get there? Because I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting on my dream. This is who I want to be. This is who I said I was. So I'm going to be that. Now, saying that, that brings in the fourth element of a successful life, discipline. So, what is discipline? Discipline is giving yourself a commandment and following it, no matter what. No matter what. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to create some habits that I do every day to move me a little closer to what I want or to where I want to go or to who I want to be. I have to create habits. I have to create small daily disciplines, small daily habits that I do every day. I want some muscles, I have to lift some weights, right? I have to come down here in this basement, pick these suckers up, do some curls, do some shoulder press. I have to do that if I want some muscles. Now, if I'm not willing to do that, I lied. Did you hear me? If I'm not willing to do that, I lied. If I'm not willing to create daily disciplines, daily habits to get to where I want to go, I lied. I really don't want it. I said I wanted it, but I really didn't want it. Because if I wanted it, I would do what was necessary. If you want it, you will do what is necessary. And if you're not willing to pay the price, you don't want it. And if it's worthwhile, it's going to cost you something. Anything worthwhile is going to cost you something. Are you willing to pay the price? Now, I wrote some notes in my computer in my phone that I want to talk with you guys about. So let me pull that up. The attitude of failure says, this proves I'm not enough, so I should stop trying. Do you hear that? Let me read it to you again. The attitude of failure says, this proves I'm not enough, so I should stop trying. What did you stop trying to do? Everybody has something that they wanted and they stopped trying to get it, or wanted to be something and they stopped trying because it was hard, because you failed the first time, the second time, the third time. So you just stop. A growth mindset says, this showed me what doesn't work. Now I know how to adjust. That's what you want to be. You want to be in a growth mindset. This showed me what doesn't work. Now I know how to adjust. That's it. Let's go over the fixed mindset. I'm sorry, the fixed attitude versus the growth attitude, right? Fixed attitude toward failure. You avoid risk and hard things to protect your ego. What that's all that's saying is, if I think I'm gonna fail, I'm not gonna do it. I'm scared they're gonna laugh at me. How many times, me, this is what I'm doing right now. I was afraid people was gonna laugh at me. I was. I was afraid people was gonna laugh at me because I felt like I don't articulate well enough. I felt like my vocabulary wasn't strong enough for me to be creating YouTube videos, podcasts. I felt like I wasn't educated enough for a long time. But then I made a decision. I'm going to start anyway. And I'll educate myself as I go. I'll learn as I go. I'll study. I'll watch the people who've already done it. Who's doing that's the question I asked. Okay, all right, Ward. All right, you call yourself the atmosphere changer, Mr. Ward Ford. Who's doing what you want to do on the level you want to do it? That's what I ask myself. That's what I'm asking you. Who's doing what you want to do on the level you want to do it. You find that person and then you model after them. If you can, ask them to coach you. Now, it may cost you something. It may cost you your time. It may cost you relationships. It may cost you some money. But if it's worthwhile, it's going to cost you something. It's going to cost you something. And you might suck at it at first. I'm probably, look, I'm doing a YouTube live right now. There's probably nobody on here. I don't care. I'm doing it if there's 1,000, I'm sorry, 1,000,000 people on here. Because I've decided that who I am is a great man who impact millions of people's lives in a positive way by encouraging them to live their best life by living a life they have always imagined. That's who I am. That's who I'm going to show up as every day, every chance I get. That's the attitude of success. That's the attitude of a winner. I win because I expect to win. I don't care how it look. I'm already at the finish line. I'm there. And you have to be there too. You have to be there too. You have to understand there's going to be some setbacks. It's all right. So what? You learn as you go. But you don't quit. Not on something that you want. Not on becoming who you want to be. Speaking of becoming who you want to be, I had a friend, beautiful girl, but she was a little what's the word I want? She liked to, she liked to fool around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And that's when she was younger, a teenager, matter of fact. But she got a little reputation, and it stayed with her for whatever reason. It did, and she married a guy, and he knew about it. He knew who she was back then, and that bothers me. That really bothers me because he knew. I know he knew. I know he knew because I know the guy. I know he knew. But that don't. But that was a long time ago. But he was always wanting to throw that up in her face, and that ain't love. But anyway, she ended up leaving him, and she made a decision. She said, I'm moving to a different city. She moved. I live in Ohio. She moved down south, and when she got down there, she showed up as who she wanted to be. She didn't care what they said or what happened in the past or the failures that she had had. She didn't care about that because it didn't matter. It did not matter. It's gone, done. All that mattered is she knew what she wanted and she pursued it and she's living it right now. She's living it right now because she made a decision. And she wasn't going to let her past or anybody else get in the way of that. And that's what you have to do. That's what I have to do. We have to show up as who we want to be every day and work on becoming that person, becoming the best version of you. Because that's what it's about. Truthfully, being the best version of you, being the strong version of you, strong spirit, strong mind, strong body, strong man. And when I say man, I'm speaking of mankind in case you're a woman. Understand it. Strong spirit, strong mind, strong body, you'll find a strong man. That's how it is. Do what you want to do and do it to the best of your ability. If you have failed, that don't mean you're a failure. You just stumbled across a path that didn't lead to where you was trying to go. I'm your boy Ward, the atmosphere changer, and I will see you guys on the next video.